JAMB is fake. Yes, I said it. It's not what you think it is, and if you're planning to write it or already have, this video might just change how you see everything. In Nigeria, JAMB is treated like a god. Pass it, and you're a genius. Fail it, and you're branded a failure. But what if the entire system is built on outdated methods, unfair practices, and a complete misunderstanding of what education should actually be? Every year, millions of Nigerian students put their lives on hold, cramming formulas, reading past questions, and battling anxiety, all to pass a computer-based test that claims to determine their future. But let me ask you this. If JAMB truly measured intelligence or readiness for university, why are some of the brightest students scoring low? And how come those who cheat or memorize past questions often outperform those who genuinely study? What is JAMB supposed to do? Originally, JAMB was created to standardize university admissions in Nigeria. Before that, schools used different criteria, and corruption was rampant. So yes, JAMB had a good purpose, a fair, equal test for everyone. Originally, JAMB was created to standardize university admissions in Nigeria. Before that, schools used different criteria, and corruption was rampant. So yes, JAMB had a good purpose, a fair, equal test for everyone. But the system has evolved, and not in a good way. Why it no longer works. Here's where it gets real. Memorization over understanding JAMB tests mostly reward cramming. You can memorize 5 years of past questions and pass, without ever understanding the concepts. Inconsistency. Every year, students complain about software crashes, incorrect grading, and missing results. Yet no one is held accountable. Unfair environment, power outages, poor internet, and technical failures mean that many students aren't even tested fairly. It doesn't predict university success. Studies have shown that JAMB scores have almost no correlation with how well students do in university. Some students who barely scraped 180 go on to graduate with first-class degrees. But the system has evolved, and not in a good way. The industry behind JAMB, let's talk money. There's an entire JAMB industry. Mock exams, coaching centers, miracle centers, paid CBT answers. People are profiting off student anxiety. Some centers even offer special packages that promise to help students pass without stress. So who is JAMB really serving? The students or the market around it? The psychological toll. JAMB isn't just an exam, it's a mental trap. One bad result and students feel like their life is over. Some repeat JAMB 2, 3, even 5 times. Others give up completely, thinking they're not smart. But that's a lie. JAMB doesn't measure your creativity, passion, critical thinking, or even your problem-solving skills. But is JAMB all bad? Let's be honest. Without JAMB, many universities would descend into chaos. Admission would depend on bribes, favoritism, or tribalism. At least JAMB gives some form of structure. But structure without sense is still a problem. It's like having a bridge, but the bridge leads nowhere. We need reform, not just of JAMB, but of how we define smart and qualified in Nigeria. Here's what nobody tells you. You are not your JAMB score. Real education isn't a score out of 400. It's your ability to think, solve problems, adapt, and grow. If you passed, great. Use that platform wisely. If you didn't, it doesn't mean you're finished. Some of the most successful Nigerians today didn't get into university through the normal path. Some didn't go at all. But they learned, they built, they grew. So, yes, maybe JAMB isn't completely fake. But it's not real enough to define your destiny. Until Nigeria builds an education system that values true learning over test-taking, we will keep producing graduates who know how to pass exams, but not how to solve problems. And that is the real danger. Subscribe for more truth and real science. This is SmartScience by Damilola.